Hey everyone, and welcome back to The Wave. My name's Trey.
And I'm Danny. We're so excited to get this episode started.
But before we go any further, let's meet this week's featured artist, Maya Jones.
My name is Maya Jones, and I am from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I make sad pop music, kind of like indie pop, but mostly just sad pop. For me, I usually start with just like randomly getting an idea in my head, and then I'll turn on my voice memos and I'll just record whatever I have and just kind of like freestyle it, but then I come back later and like tweak it, and then I go into the studio, record it, and then release it. Favorite gig or performance was probably when I performed at VidCon or Playlist Live, because the fans are just so interactive and everyone's just so excited to be there, and it's just like a great vibe. Honestly, my goal as an artist is just to like spread my music as wide as I can and just kind of touch people. It's kind of cliche, but I just want to like make people feel like they're not as alone. Since I write like sad songs, I kind of touch base on like the whole mental health and everything, so I just want people to not feel so alone whenever they listen to my music. But y'all stay tuned, because I do have a lot of new music coming out soon.
All right, and we're back here with Maya Jones. Welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Of course. Well, let's dive into it.
Yeah, so you're multi-talented. You dance, you sing, and you also write music.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a favorite that you like to focus on?
Writing music for sure is my favorite.
You definitely like all of your songs are like beautifully written.
Thank you.
And the
I
song that
appreciate
you're doing
it.
tonight, I'm so excited to hear it.
Thank you.
Do you have any inspirations for your songwriting?
Like artist-wise or just like in
Like
general?
artist-wise.
Artist-wise, for sure, one of my inspirations is like Olivia Rodrigo, and then Taylor Swift, I'd say. Those are probably my main two, yeah.
Classic.
Both are gorgeous songwriters as well.
They are, yeah.
So let's get into your performing a little bit. You've performed at some high-profile events like the CMA Fest, Playlist Live, VidCon. So how did you get the opportunity to perform at these events?
Honestly, a lot of the events that I do, I get on my own. So I either like reach out to them, or usually I reach out to them. Sometimes they'll reach out to me though, but I get it all on my own. It's never really like anyone in between doing any of it.
Right. So can we expect to see you at events like that in the future?
For sure. For sure.
She's coming back with a vengeance, y'all. Watch out.
Mm-hmm. So one of your songs, called Sad Songs, has over 1 million streams on Spotify. How did that song come about, and what was it like experiencing that success?
I actually wrote that song when I was 17, and that was when I first got diagnosed with like depression and anxiety and all of that. And it was like a really, really low point in my life. And I happened to be on my phone. I think I was on like Pinterest or something, and I saw a quote and it was like, sad songs make me feel better. And I was like, wait, same. And so I kind of went along with that, and I was like, I just wrote a song about
Write
it.
that down.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like listening to the song. It has that very like nostalgic, like Pinterest, Tumblr era like feel to it. But I love that, and it's such a good message. Kind of it's relatable for people who are diagnosed with mental health issues and things like that. So I love that song, and apparently a million other people do as well.
Thankfully.
But okay. So moving on, you were in a little show. I don't know if people have heard of it, but it's called Dance Moms. Very famous show. So tell us about your involvement in that, and what was your experience like with the ALDC?
Well, I grew up a dancer, so I was a part of the competition team. I was older though, so I wasn't really on the show per se, but I was there when they'd film it, and like I'd travel to the competitions and stuff. So I was basically living the life, just not on camera, but I loved it. Those were like the highlights of my childhood for sure.
Well, there's probably some pros and cons with that too, not being on camera, but being involved and having those sort of connections.
Yeah, it's like give and take. Like some people were trying a little harder than others to be on the camera, you know what I mean? But I got like my moments, and I was fine with that.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we want to play a little game with you, going a little bit more into the ALDC.
Okay.
So we're just going to ask you some Dance Moms themed questions.
Okay.
A little lightning round here. Danny, would you like to start?
Yeah. So if you haven't heard, JoJo Siwa is going through her Miley Cyrus bangers era right now. If you haven't seen it all over TikTok. What are your thoughts on this?
Honestly, just like go her. Like do what you want to do, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like that she's breaking out from that like little girl Nickelodeon era and just like starting to be who she wants to be.
Definitely.
I look up to that for sure.
Okay, so between me and Danny, who would you put on top of the pyramid?
Oh my god.
I don't know. It would have to be like a just
Like
level.
even?
Yeah, I couldn't
Oh.
put one on top of the other.
The same.
Mm-mm.
That's so sweet. Thank you so much. If you could be involved in any iconic Dance Moms dance, which one would it be? There's a lot.
That was on the show.
Yeah.
That was on the show. That's a tough one. If there was one that wasn't on the show, I know which one I would say.
Okay, what would it be?
It's called Toy Box.
Really?
It was never on the show, but it was hands down like the most beautiful dance I've ever seen,
Yeah.
and I loved that one.
I love that for you.
Yeah.
Well, could you tell us your favorite memory with Abby or any of the girls?
Favorite memory? Probably whenever I released my first song, because they threw me a little party and it was really sweet. And then I got to debut my song at it was one of the like summer concert series where everyone performed and they all did like the dances and everything.
And you
Kind of like
performed at those
recital.
too, right?
Yeah. And then I got to debut my song and sing and play guitar, and it was so cute.
That sounds so fun, though.
Yeah, it was.
I love that for you.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for being here and doing this with us.
Of course.
Do you want to let everyone know where we can find you on socials and where we can find your music?
Yeah. Y'all can check me out on my website, mayajonesmusic.com. You can get to everything from there. And then my TikTok, Instagram, all of that, it's Maya Jones.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course. And now on to For Your Playlist. All right, everyone. So music news was a bit scarce this week, so we decided to bring you something called
For Your Playlist.
So on For Your Playlist, we're going to recommend you some of the things that we've been listening to personally and talk about all things, well, music. So Danny, what have you been listening to these days?
Ooh, well, there's a lot of like really good releases recently. I think right now my favorite song is Training Season by Dua Lipa. It's a very fun dance song. She's been performing it at the Brits and the Grammys recently. And I'm very excited for her album, which comes out on May 3rd. And it's called Radical Optimism. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And what have you been listening to lately?
So I've been on Flo Milli a lot recently. Everybody is starting to join the Flo Milli train because of Never Lose Me and its success on the charts and everything. But I have been a longtime fan of Flo Milli, okay? I used to be bumping her back in high school, and she just came out with a new project. It's pretty good. It has other songs that kind of sound like the same sound as Never Lose Me, so if people are fans of that song, you should definitely check out that project. But it also kind of stayed true to her roots. There are some songs on there that are traditional Flo Milli, but speaking of that, and speaking of the fun, dancey sounds and everything, everyone's favorite season, summer, is approaching quickly. So what do you think the song of the summer for 2024 is gonna be, Danny?
Ooh, that's hard because literally everyone's releasing music right now.
For sure.
Probably something off of the new Beyonce album for sure. Everyone's been talking about it. You know, she had a cover of Jolene, which has been huge. There's a song on there with Miley Cyrus that's been dominating the charts recently. And there's also this song on there called Ya Ya that everyone's been liking a lot as well. I keep seeing it on TikTok. Another song of the summer-ish vibe could also be the song from Ariana's new album, Eternal Sunshine. The song's called We Can't Be Friends, which recently went #1 as well. And the music video is really fun. It's based off of the movie Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, and it has Evan Peters from American Horror Story in it. But those are some songs I think will be dominating this summer. What about you?
So I know you love the pop girls, but I love the rap girls, so I've got to talk about them. I think Get It Sexy by Sexy Red is definitely up there for being my pick for Song of the Summer this year. Everybody's already streaming it. It was like #1 on Apple Music for like a week or something like that. It was crazy. It was backed by Drake. Drake's in the music video. So I just think it's a good vibey song. Everybody, you know, bumps it in the car, listens to it. I think it'll be fun to turn up with your friends and listen to that song. And on that same note, I feel like Yeah Glow by Glorilla is also in that same boat, where it's like you can just bump it with your friends while you're having fun in the summertime. It's just a feel-good song, you know? I think that's what Song of the Summer is about, something you want to move to, something that makes you feel good.
Yeah, something like you want to have like the windows down, volume up, all that stuff.
Right, hot summer breeze in your hair.
I know, hot girl summer is upon us, you guys.
Hot girl summer. But all right, that's our recommendations for Song of the Summer, some general recommendations for you guys. We hope you check them out, and if you do, let us know. But that has been For Your Playlist.
We'll be right back with Maya Jones' performance.
Thanks for watching this week's episode of The Wave. We hope to see you next week.
As always, be sure to check out our Instagram and YouTube every Wednesday for new episodes. To close out this episode,
she's a queen sitting on the throne.
Please give it up for
Maya Jones.
cannot change this, but I still want you back. I still fight so hard to hold on, wouldn't let you just move on. Don't wanna come back to me. I hate to admit this to you, but I'm still holding on to you. I hate that I still want you back, and that I still have feelings only for you. I hate that when I look in your eyes, I still think of your lies and how you led me on for so long. After everything we've been through, I know I should heal, but I still go back to you. Now you wanna come back, say you tried to move on, but you just can't forget about me. You keep throwing shade like I'm the one who walked away when you know that I wanted to stay. I wish I could go back and not change this, but I still want you back. I still fight so hard to hold on, wouldn't let you just move on. You wanna come back to me. I hate to admit this to you, but I'm still holding on to you. I hate that I still want you back, and that I still have feelings only for you. I hate that when I look in your eyes, I still think of your lies and how you led me on for so long. And after everything that we've been through, I know I should hate you, but I still